I think about, my real learnings as I've built my career, first would be get to know yourself and your values. When I think about, how I built my career, and particularly early on, I think I always chose positions and selected roles really thinking about what impact I was going to be able to have, but also what I would learn. And I was very deliberate in thinking about where could that role then take me next. And I think one of the hardest things at times has been to do what I call laddering, right? So there's a point where you can choose to continually keep going up in the direction that you're going in, which for me was in recruitment, right? So by my early 30s, I was already leading, a global function. I was managing over 100 people around the world doing recruitment. But there was a limitation there, right? And so in order to move into talent management and then to move into generalist HR roles, I really had to be prepared to take a step back, to go broader, and accept that maybe that would mean managing smaller teams, maybe taking a step back in terms of title, and so it's really been this ability to move sideways, sometimes backwards, between regional roles, global roles, specialist roles, generalist roles, that's really helped me to accelerate my career further on. And that requires at times an ability to kind of put your ego to one side. But it's also what's really given me this ability, I think, to see the world from different vantage points. If I think about the role that failure has played in my career, it's actually been a really important one, and so as somebody who was, I think particularly early on, a bit of a perfectionist and consistently high achiever, someone that changed roles, got promoted every 18 months, every 2 years for the first sort of decade of my career. One of the most challenging things for me was finding myself, having chosen a role and company that actually just wasn't the right fit for where I was at that point in my life, in my career, and one where I didn't feel like I could be my best. And it was super, super difficult on me. But the most sort of transformative part of that was at a certain point owning it. Owning the role that I had played in that decision, and owning what I felt was a failure, and moving on from it. And I would say that particular experience is by far the most transformative, period of my career. And I think it means I come to work now with way more humility, way more perspective. It's really important to have conversations and get feedback and be very vocal about what you want, and really understand whether you can get there in the environment that you're in and how you can get there. Don't let go of your network. It's very easy, I think, when you're in a professional environment and focused on your job, to sometimes forget about the world that's outside or the world that's within your organisation. And so find a way that's authentic to you to build that network and to maintain it. I've chosen to do it in ways that feel much more authentic to me. So I'll seek people out for a coffee, I'll have lunch with people, I'll go for a drink, I'll pick up the phone, or I'll meet people in smaller forums, and I find, that gives me more meaningful exchanges. And if I think about how I've built relationships with mentors, there's an element of serendipity about it, right? It's placing yourself in situations where you will be connected with people that have those experiences. That can be helpful to you. So they can be professional forums, they can be social events related to work, conferences, kind of just need to put yourself out there a little bit. What really motivated me to participate in this Voices of Experience project, I really felt like this was a great way to share knowledge, learnings, keys, advice to people at various points in their career. I feel really blessed to have had a really rich career, full of ups and downs, and I feel like that's given me a great deal of perspective and resilience and humility, you know, that I can share with others. And so I feel like I have something to offer, you know, to others that may find themselves in that position, you know, of trying to build a career and also be a whole person and, you know, live a fulfilling life.